back to Midnight Who Extra, and today we're going to be taking a look at the conclusion of the Monk Trilogy, which is of course called The Lie of the Land. This episode is not my favorite of the whole Monk Trilogy, and I feel it's kind of a not lackluster ending to the Monk Trilogy, but more or less I'm just not enjoying it as much as the other parts of the story, if that makes sense. But still, The Lie of the Land was a very enjoyable story. I really did like how we get to finally see the monks take over and get to see what their world is like, where people don't know the real truth anymore. So that was kind of a really cool, clever concept, and I really liked it. I also really liked to see Missy. She was back in the story, and she definitely gave a better performance. I don't know. I really liked her performance in it, and how she's like, I was alone for 6 months type of thing, and it was just great to see her. What is my main problem with the story? Well, I wanted a little bit more. I wanted a little bit more of the monk's world, and get a little bit more explanation of that. And I just wanted more Missy, honestly. It's not a bad thing. I really like the character of Missy, and I really think the story should have given us a little bit more. But I did like the scene she was in. And we finally get to see the vault. And it's a very kind of light world. It's actually got a couple chairs. She's in the containment. The vault doesn't look that bad of a place. I like that the Doctor was kind of in a villain at the start of the story. You see him, of course, doing the broadcast, how the monks have always been there, and you get to see how they saved the world from previous monsters, which include the Daleks, Cybermen, and Weeping Angels. Yeah, it was just very kind of cool. And, of course, you get to see the world and how they treat people, the Truth Police. Yeah, the Truth Police was a very interesting concept, how they took him away, and they did all that. Also, of course, after we see this world and how it's functioning, we see that the monks are in all the places, all the little statues of them, and the monks are all over the world. We get introduced back to Bill, who's been living in this world for a few months, but she knows that this is not reality. She knows it, but she doesn't know what to do. She can't find the Doctor, and she's just out of luck, kind of. Of course, she meets Nardole. Well, not really meets him. Nardole kind of breaks into her house in a way and just surprises her. And it gets resolution from last week, how basically he got knocked out by the virus, and it took 6 weeks to recover. And when he got back, he's been looking for the Doctor. And the Doctor is on a boat, and he's basically broadcasting the whole world about the monks and all that. So it really seems like he's on side Monk. He really does seem it. But he's not. He's totally not. He does this, and he's just testing it. He's testing if Bill still is loyal to him. So he goes through all the little tricks and all that, acting like the monks. I am with the monks. And he even lets her shoot him, which turns out to be a blank. And the little fake regeneration, which I'm not sure how it's possible. I think it's because in Angels Take Manhattan, maybe, he gave River some of his regeneration energy. But it did feel like a full-blown regeneration, and he just stopped it. So, kind of weird, but still cool. And makes me really sad that his regeneration story is coming up in Christmas. The Lie of the Land is a fairly enjoyable story. Not my favorite, though, of Series 10 so far. What are you doing? So, Doctor gets the whole gang back together. He's also recruited some soldiers. They, of course, go out and stop the monks. Of course, by changing it to give a more basically taking the monks' history and changing it in a way which was kind of fairly Doctor Who-ish. Bill had to be the one because she was the one who consented. So she was able to give a strong image of something that was not corrupted by the monks. And that's how they stopped the monks, and the monks left. And to me, that ending was okay. I did enjoy it, but I felt it was very quick in a way. I felt like it was, it was very enjoy the Monks Trilogy and Doctor Who. Well, kind of, yeah. It was a very enjoyable 3-part Doctor Who story that was kind of connected, but also very not so connected. Each story presented its own little storyline and basically presented it. We basically got the pre-takeover simulation extremis. We got the them coming and wanting consent, and now we got the full-blown invasion and how to stop it. So it's a nice full circle. But there's a few things in this story that I didn't really like. Like, of course, I wanted more to see in this story, and I definitely wanted more, just more of this monk's world. I wanted it to be more explored. I wanted to see more of it. And I actually really wanted to see more as the Doctor as a villain. And I think that would be kind of really cool to see the Doctor be more of a villain than just that little part of the episode. And also, I really liked how everyone was in on it to get Bill. That part I really did enjoy, now that I think about it, was how Bill was thinking the Doctor was corrupted and she only had Nodal, and she thought it was all hope was lost when she was confronted with all the soldiers, and was like, good job, you passed. That was definitely one of my favorite scenes. Another one of my favorite scenes was with Missy. Missy, in the scenes that she was in, were very good. That's all I'm going to say. I think The Lie of the Land is a fairly enjoyable story. It's definitely, it's kind of average Doctor Who story in a way, because I think it could have been a little bit... This story I'm kind of very mixed on. Like, there's a lot of parts I liked, and then a lot of parts I didn't like. So it's hard to really give myself a fair rating of the story. I might have to watch it again, because there's some things I need to rewatch and re-catch, kind of re-see if I can catch them. But overall, on first viewing, I'm definitely going to give this story a 6.5 out of 10. But that's only on the first thing. I'm not sure. Maybe a 7. I don't know. This story was fun, but I don't know. There's something that's bugging me with this story, and I don't know what it is. I like parts, and I hated parts, but... That's it for tonight. I really hope you've enjoyed this video, and tell me your thoughts on this episode in the comments below. And that's it for tonight. Bye, everyone.